Hey, Victor, what's up?
What's going on, Michael?
Not much. Welcome back to yet another episode of Beyond Conversation.
Hello.
Wait, something's different.
I know we're in a new bubble.
We're in a new bubble.
The new space.
New space.
I kinda like
Okay,
it.
little by little, we're like upgrading.
Wait, what?
Thank you
Excuse
for,
me?
I'm sorry. Thank you for whoever is sponsoring this.
We got a bigger
Environment.
budget now.
Right.
Plant.
What's all this? Why did you set up another microphone?
For the spirit that is within us all. No, I'm playing it. We have a little bit something special today. If you saw it on YouTube, maybe you saw the thumbnail, right? Whatever.
What? We have a special guest.
Yes.
Who's
Special guest. I think you should. I shouldn't.
Okay,
You
well,
need to
this
do the thing.
person that we have today needs no introduction.
Okay.
So we're going to do a drum roll and we're going to let him introduce himself. So let's
Okay,
do a drum
sounds good.
roll for Lorenzo Tijerina. Woo! Insert noises there.
Game show music.
Game show music.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Lorenzo, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Just remember to speak a little bit closer to the microphone.
Yeah, get as close as possible to this mic. I know we're
This
a
is
little
the
bit-
guest mic. So.
Yeah, that's a guest mic. That means it's raw dogs all over the place. So just be careful.
that
No-
mic has been around.
Yeah, it has been around.
Okay.
Okay. But yes, do remember to get as close to the mic as possible because then you're gonna make my editing so annoying, and I hate editing.
And then I have to hear about it.
Yeah, I have to fucking complain to this guy about everything. So, anyway, so Lorenzo, how you doing, man? How are you? How have you been?
Good. Man, I haven't seen you guys since high school.
High school.
High
My
school.
God, how long has it been? Because we
Don't
just
tell
had our 10-year reunion like this year, last year.
Did you
Yeah.
go?
I did not go.
I didn't go either.
And I was supposed to
Same.
help coordinate
Did
it.
you go?
No.
You didn't go?
I
It was COVID, so it was a
Yeah.
little bit difficult to get everybody
I was
together.
scared of COVID. That's why I didn't go. No, I didn't go because. Where's the bleep button? Can I say bad words
You
now,
can
or
say
I'm
bad
still not?
words.
Fuck
So
that,
you-
okay? Because I'm not trying to go back and see all these weird people I went to high school with. I'm like, I hate that guy because he did that. I hate that guy, and now they're changed, and now I gotta say hi to them. I'm like, no, I'm not about that,
Yeah.
right?
Is that
Yep.
what the I would have liked to go back to an extent. Like I'm not opposing of it.
Yeah.
Same.
But I'm also not like I'm so excited to go back and see everybody
Yeah,
10 years
same.
later.
Would you go back if? Let me see. If they, I don't know. I don't even know how to like. What would encourage you to go back to a high school reunion?
To be honest, over the years, a lot of our classmates have left
Yeah,
the
Valley
the valley.
for sure.
Now it's harder. I know now they have their own kids. We have a family. They have their own life.
Yeah.
And some of our classmates have passed away.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, man, that's
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But
That is a sad part.
We still have the memory of them in
Right.
high school.
Yeah.
That is my motto. We need to do stupid things younger. When we get older,
Yeah.
we will laugh about it.
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Preach.
Right.
I've done
It's true.
some really stupid, crazy things. I don't necessarily regret them, but I have definitely. I'm learning my lesson
Learn-
with some of the things that I've done.
You learn your mistakes.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to ask you a specific question, Lorenzo, because Michael says
Yeah, we
that
were-
he remembers you in Juarez,
Yes.
but I swear, bro, I've seen you in Palmview.
I'm like, you went to our school.
Yeah.
You're
But
But you
zone
went
two.
to my
Why
school
is-
too. Well, I was in
No.
Juarez, right? But you went to Palmview, right?
No.
How? Why did I see you at Palmview?
I don't. I always gone to
Lorenzo has a twin out there.
Shut up.
for real.
No, okay.
People-
This is the thing though with you is that I think you're so like you network so much and you know so many people. So I think when someone sees you, they think that you went to their high school because
never
you're
come-
everywhere.
You've never gone to Palmview?
No.
Shut up, bro.
Dude,
No.
I started to
Yeah.
go to Palmview because for my friend, she was a junior.
What's her name?
Viva?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would see you with Viva there.
Yeah,
You
but
don't remember?
I started to hang out with her in my senior year,
Yeah. That's I think okay, so what year did you graduate?
2012.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
our year.
exactly. I was a senior there too. So you saw me there. So he did go to Palm
No,
Beach.
he didn't. He says he
No, I'm
did.
not like enrolled, but you would go there, right? Because I saw you
Yeah,
once.
here and there, like
Yeah.
no,
But like for the games, like after school and stuff,
yeah,
right?
not in school
Not
time.
in
Yeah, not in school, but that explains why I've seen him before, like in Palm Beach. Because dude, I was like, I swear I seen Lorenzo. I've even seen Lorenzo with Viva. Now that you mention her name, I remember her
Yeah.
too. And specifically, it was like during after school cheerleading practice on my end, right? I know I was a yell leader first of all.
Yeah.
You were
And
not a cheerleader.
I was a yell leader.
Yeah,
What's
Okay,
the
therefore,
difference? Is there a difference?
yeah,
the
Lorenzo.
male we yell and the
Yes,
cheer.
yes. Lorenzo was also a yell leader, right?
Yeah.
Come on,
Yo, leader.
let's go. So you're the asshole here.
Hey, but what year did you guys do yo leading in?
Junior and
Yeah,
senior year.
I was a junior and I was
Junior
a,
and senior?
Yeah,
What
but you
made-
were in Juarez, right?
Yeah.
In yell leading. So he
Yeah,
was
like for the record, he went to Juarez. He went to my high. He went to our high
Yeah.
school. He went to Juarez Lincoln High School.
dude, I thought you were with me, dude, and I was like, wait, because I was like, how do you know Lorenzo? I know Lorenzo because you went to my school, and I don't remember. You know what? Now I do remember you in freshman year and sophomore year too. Man,
That was when you were in Huskies.
Yeah.
I was, but I moved because of zoning shit and
Mhm.
whatever.
I know. Now where I live, go to La Jolla. I was like, why? They're making harder and harder to the kids have to go to a school 30 minutes like longer away from where they
Exactly. You remember that when they did that rezoning, right?
Yeah.
That was when I think Jimmy Carter started showing up, or when was it? It was because of the new Husky school that was showing up in the other side of town.
It's because of three. Yeah, the three. We had one high school, and then it was split into three starting our freshman year.
Yeah.
So we were
2009.
going. So it was all good, and we were zoned to a specific school. But then they built a new school,
Yeah.
the new Juarez Lincoln,
Which is very beautiful school. I
in
saw.
Western, on like over here by 7,
Yeah.
by Las Mias, and I actually had gotten rezoned also. But the crazy part was like the school was right down the street, but I was zoned to go to like the original La Jolla Coyote school.
See, stuff like that was like where it was messed up because I was zoned to go to La Jolla, but it was a lot more convenient for me to go because of my mom's salon or whatever.
Right. Same
So-
for us. We live right down the street, so we just used a different address and we got it approved by the school, and then we just had to like do pick up drop
Now,
off.
You see like freshmen driving to school. I'm like, how? I remember.
Oh man, it was a bit different time, right?
Yes.
Now it's weird, right? Because I see kids nowadays that are freshman year, they're freshmen and they don't look like we did when we were freshmen. Everything's like changed, and I think technology has helped, like kind of like
When I was younger, like I used to go to track. We used to go to La Jolla Stadium, and I used to see the football players or the kids, big guys, like super hairy, super big guys.
Hmm.
When they were seniors. Then when I become a senior, now as a high schoolers, the baby relays,
Yeah.
the little kids, like
yeah,
yeah.
they're
What
little
what
kids.
happened from the 90s to the 2000s?
Which goes back to my question that Michael rudely told me not to ask before we actually started
Go ahead.
filming. How old are you?
28.
Man, I'm 29.
I'm 29 also.
I'm going to turn 29
Okay.
on July.
Are you afraid of being 30?
Sometime.
You have, yeah, because you're in your late 20s and you were saying that you got to make mistakes and like lessons and
Yeah, like I think like if more and more I see in life where our friend like you become a father at a young age, and some people become fathers in their 40s, 60s.
yeah, and some don't ever become fathers.
Yeah,
We're not there. We're not done with you yet, man.
I know.
Right?
Maybe you're going to have a fur baby.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a few fur babies and they don't last. It's hard. It's a big responsibility. I can barely take care of myself, so I think I'm okay without kids for
No,
now.
no. I mean, look. Okay, whatever. That's a whole.
Yeah,
ass
don't
thing.
get him started
Don't
with
get me started on this shit. I'll
procreation.
fucking
Yeah,
keep going, and I can't help it. You
Right.
know. But Lorenzo, the whole podcast, this episode specifically is about you, who you are as a person, your upbringing. I want to explore in depth of who you are as a person, because my understanding of you has always been the guy at school, and I've always seen you as just a dude at school. I've never really thought past more about your life, more about your details, up until like maybe because we were all selfish up to a certain extent in high
Yes,
school. We
this
didn't really care
age.
about people, right?
Yeah.
So again, I see you growing up. I see you on Facebook. I try to close my circle of friends smaller and smaller. And now I'm seeing only specific people regularly update their Facebook, their Instagram, their stories. And I'm seeing you grow up and you kind of like chase these skills, like your photography, your storytelling, your what else is it that your vlogging, your personal kind of like content creating, things like that. Which I've kind of seen you grow and evolve into this person from a different person in high school.
Yeah.
So I want you to start off with like, how you grew up, like where were you born? I want to know your social security number.
555.
Okay.
7. Now, like, I was born in the Rio Grande City.
Wait. Okay, so Rio Grande over there?
Yes.
And so what brought you to us?
I moved.
It's only 45 minutes.
It's 45 minutes.
What brought you to the country?
Yeah.
It's like part of the country.
What brought you to the
We
suburbs?
my family, we just moved like from to like the Rio Grande, the city, like Rio Grande City to Mission, like to Pumpkin.
Yeah.
And since then, like I was 7, like pre-K, first grade.
Where did you started elementary school here?
Yeah. Like
But you had already schooled in Rio Grande.
Yeah,
right?
for a while.
Okay. Okay, and so now that you're here, I'm sorry, I have gas. So I'm excuse me if you smell it.
Yes, we can smell
I'm so
it.
sorry. I had a badass like sandwich with pepperoni. But okay, so you move over here to Mission, La Jolla specifically, or Mission area.
Mention.
Okay.
Palmview.
Palmview.
And growing up for you specifically regarding schooling, I know you've gone through like your certain hurdles in life, your specific kind of like struggles, as everyone has.
Yes.
I know me and Michael have had other conversations regarding like kind of measuring as far as like, even comparative. I know Michael, right? We've gone like the whole don't compare my struggling to other people's struggling, and it's true. Like you can't.
Don't read a book by its cover.
Exactly. So tell us about the whole your school and your life, what all of that, all of those details.
When growing up, I was like, like I growing up, we have the special ed class,
Yeah.
and I was there for a while. I was still in it, like, but I was the advanced level where you can be by yourself. You have it to like a assistant person
Mm-hmm.
there to meet you and help you out with your work and like that. And that's how in my middle school it was like one class when I was in 6th grade. In middle school, that's how I met you.
Oh, wait, you met me in middle school?
Yeah.
You went to Richards, right?
Yes.
You went to, dude, I'm sorry, bro. I was going through puberty, man. Okay, so everything I was seeing was just a bunch of women and girls. I am so sorry.
Yeah. No, I remember a
Yeah.
very good story about you.
Ooh, yes, story
you can
time.
Tell it, say it. I don't care. No, it's not that I don't care. Like I'm afraid of knowing what it is. I might be embarrassed, but go do it.
It was something about a ticket or you were going to your house.
Oh, what? No, say it. Like
It was like, I never understand. I think it was like we were going, like we having something, like a dance or something. You
Yeah.
needed money. You were, like,
Sounds like Victor asking for money, freeloading on people.
no, like you said, like, oh, I have money at my house. Let me go for it.
It's because I lived right next to the Rick
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Richards.
yeah.
But you mean like okay, the dance was there was an admission and I
Yeah.
didn't have money so I had to go home and get it.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, first my mom I was in like the off
You lived in the really nice area.
because my dad got it illegally, okay, first of all.
Oh my
Because he was no, I'm serious. He was a
Leave that
coyote, bro.
out.
Okay, I'm not even lying. So, okay, it's a long story.
We're not right now.
Yeah.
Today's not the day.
But like I'm saying, like I probably was putting a front, like fuck, I don't have money. Let me go ask because I'm trying to make this front.
right.
Yeah, that one, like little Paul.
You
like,
couldn't afford $2.
Shit was
Dude.
tight, man. What are you talking about?
Dude, back then, like $2 was a lot.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, Lorenzo. Let me put you up a little bit more, man. Let me subirle here. Let me subir.
Yes.
That was a lot. Like back
Yeah.
then, now it's like $5.
Chump
Yeah, I have
change, yeah.
the money thrown on the floor.
Yeah.
I just sweep it up and throw it in the trash.
Under the rug
Like,
for a second.
You're
Right.
rich, Michael.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just-
Okay, so you said you were in special education, right?
Yes.
Regarding when did they put you in that?
When I was young.
Like in Rio Grande, all the way from
Yeah.
there? Okay, so regarding that specifically, how was that experience with your schooling with that? How would you say that compares like to
Sometimes, like, there's different levels. And I met some teachers, great teachers along the way.
Mhm.
And some not. Like, when I was in middle school, I started to ask myself, why I'm here? Why am I taking? Because I was taking the classes like PE.
Yeah.
I was in I was like in sixth grade and level. And I'm taking classes with 8th graders. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And like, then I asking myself, like, why am I different, or why I wanted to join band? Oh, the gym.
Yeah.
And I like, oh, because we have to go as one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In 7th grade, I started to go. I used to go to therapy, and I had to leave early and everything. And I told my mom, I want to stop going to therapy. Mom, I used to go to like the special ed bus. I told my mom, I want to stop going to the special ed bus. I want to go to the. Are you sure?
This was in middle school.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm grateful my mom, like my parents, to believe in me, like to trust me. Like that's how I learned my address. I
Yeah.
learned how to move from the place A to B.
Mhm.
And sometimes you need to let your child to explore life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes you want to protect them.
Right,
I
because I'm
Yes.
sure they were probably very scared. What parent wouldn't be like
Yeah.
if their child if they were doing something completely different?
Yeah.
Can I ask the therapy that you were going to? What kind of therapy was it?
Or it was for speech, physical.
Why did you feel like you wanted to stop going to speech therapy?
I've been going almost all my life.
Okay.
And I was missing out, like, the experience, like, after school, like after, like, going to the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to feel like, I remember really straight up, this person, I'm not going to say names or anything,
Mm-hmm.
this person told me, why you come here? You don't belong here.
Was that a student?
Yes.
Dude, kids are mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
and
At that
now,
age,
Yeah.
like they're mean, and that I mean, like
That's not excusable, but I
Right.
mean, you also it's
Yeah,
very
I
hard to
learned, like-
blame them.
I learned, like, hey, you need to, that time, like, I'm grateful because I learned how to stand up to myself.
Yeah.
yes.
How to be by my own, like, how to be more,
Independent.
yes.
right.
When you mentioned that you said you've had great teachers, right? You've also had not so great teachers. Can you go into detail regarding that?
Like the experiences, not necessarily the names of the teachers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, if you want to call them out right now, we'll get.
No.
No.
We'll go.
We'll
No,
go.
don't,
Drop
thank
the
you.
names.
Drop the
No.
names.
Yeah,
We'll tag them on the video. Just
you
kidding.
can tell, like, some teachers love to do the job.
Mm.
Some teachers don't.
Mm. This is me clapping.
Yeah,
Lorenzo.
that's his-
This is me
that's
agreeing.
our
I
thing.
clapped. Yeah.
Okay.
For
Right.
people who is deaf, clapping.
Clapping is like this.
Yeah, the deaf clapping. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like, that's how, and still, like, over the years, I met teachers, like, I have them now. I'm an adult. I have them on Facebook.
Yeah.
They reach out, like, oh my God, like, who doesn't have their teachers
Right. Yes.
on their social media?
Yes.
And you're like, wow, like,
Lorenzo, can I ask, when you decided to make the decision of changing like what you thought was like normal at the time with going to your classes, going, in being in specific classes, riding a specific bus, when you made that change, like that transition, how did you feel? Do you remember how you felt?
I remember, I feel like like a normal person, like like every teenager.
Mm-hmm. How did you know that that was normal though? Like, how did you not realize like what you were already doing was normal? What made you feel like there is something different that they're doing that other people are doing than that I'm doing?
There was a moment in kid because when like going back when I was in fifth grade,
Mm-hmm.
fourth grade, I was going to the unit. I was I went to like the school is super close to my house. I was like, why did I? They didn't have like why I didn't go to that school like all my neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
go to I don't.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Oh, because they didn't have the unit there.
Right. Right.
I like oh they have to change me over here. It's
And you said
closer.
you're in middle school when you were figuring that stuff out.
Yeah, I didn't tell. I was in fifth grade. Like in middle school, I started to hang out with friends, go outside, play like soccer,
Yes.
football. With the neighbors,
Uh-huh.
they asked me like, hey, "I never, you just moved here?"
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like, no, I've been here forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived here before you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah,
I was,
right.
Lorenzo, what's crazy is, and just for context, is that you're talking about we live in a community, right? I think there's limited of resources, so not every school has like a unit to serve kids with that require like a special education, that sort of thing. So
Yes.
only certain schools have the unit, and so
Back
whatever
then,
back then you're zoned to it, and you have to go to that school. But now it was more open, and that
yes,
our last episode we were talking about self-awareness. Are you like do you I feel like from what you're saying you had a moment of self-awareness there
yes,
where you were examining everything around you and you were able to come up with that idea at such a young age.
yes.
That's incredible.
How do you feel about the fellow classmates that you would go with in the special education? Like, how would you feel as far as like in middle school compared to like the other
They
the other
have,
side?
they have, like, we have over up and downs, but like some of them I know them since I was in third grade with them.
Yeah.
We've been together like all this like to my senior year. And I was like, man, over the years we grow up. Like I felt now I see I like we grown up and I said, oh, what are you doing now? As an adult.
Yeah.
Some of some of them like, oh, I just stay at home, or I go to a daycare or a day half. Or like like you don't work or you don't. Nope. Now, I feel bad. Like wow, everybody take the journey. Some kids, like I know, we are different levels. Some of the kids are smart.
Mhm.
They're super smart their own way. They have to learn how to grow
Mhm.
Yeah.
and find yourself.
Now, you mentioned like everyone has to like you the way your parents trusted you
Yes.
with that kind of search for independence, right?
Yes.
Because you were well, are you okay with being like how would you be how would you like to be kind of like I guess recognized as it special education, special needs, you special needs?
Yeah, especially.
So as a special needs individual, you are striving
Or
for
special needs, or you can say a person with disability.
okay, a
person.
person with disability. That I think that sounds much better. A person with disabilities, you're looking for independence, right?
Yes.
I feel like to a certain extent, society itself is casting that kind of like crutch on you that you can't and you can't. How do you feel that way?
Yes, sometimes more down here, like not only down here but everywhere, people treat you different. They find out you have a disability or special needs. They're like, oh my god, que pobrecito. Ay,
Mhm.
they treat you like a little kid. And my God, like, don't treat us. I know it's a habit,
Mhm.
but you need to put out there like, hey, you can treat a person normal. You don't have to treat them different.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I've seen that. Like I've mentioned, like I've seen specific individuals, parents baby them because of specific conditions or disabilities, and I can see how they themselves are almost limiting their children.
Yeah.
So do you think your fellow how would I say your fellow peers, the people that were also with you in those classes, do you think to a certain extent their parents kept them from what they could have been or even more?
Yes.
And how would you think it should have been, like, as far as like what would you have suggested? Because remember, we're discussing this. Sometimes it's not easy to discuss these things
Yeah.
because people are
Everyone have their own mind.
Mhm.
I just respect that, but at the same time, like, if I know it's hard, but at the same time, you need to understand, like, this is what I learned. Well, like, I know my parents, I'm getting older. My parents also are getting older. What is the plan if your parents pass away? Are you staying with a family member? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What is the lifestyle going to be after you are gone?
What sorry, one last question.
Go for it.
What would you say to those parents that are raising children with special with disabilities? What would you suggest they do, and how would you suggest they raise their children?
Teach them skills of life. Teach them how to cook. Teach them how to wash clothes. Teach them how to be on their own. I know it's tough. You want to have them like forever, but sometimes I know I cannot say it to everyone because to different levels. But like respect to the parents, we need give a chance to your child to grow up.
Oh my God. I'm learning so much from you, and I'm so happy that you're here. And you were talking a little bit about like skills that people like need to know, right, in order to continue to like survive. And Victor loves talking about like be able to continue life, right? And it is very true, right? And I was just gonna ask about like financially, like how, because I see you hustling all the time on because through social media and your networking, but for someone that like is trying to navigate through life, like, can I ask about your finances? Like, how do you? No, okay, that's okay. Yeah, no, sorry, no, that's okay, that's good. Okay, that's okay. No, I just was curious because yes, but absolutely, we can move on to the
He
next
slides
question.
a dollar,
Yeah,
shut the head up.
I just want to say like will be nice like to get a job out there,
Mhm.
like to have a life, like have a job that help me to find a great place to work at.
Mm-hmm.
I know just give you chances,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to think who's going to take you, who's
Mm-hmm.
going to drive you,
Mm-hmm.
who's going to pick you up after the game
Yeah.
or
Right.
after the
Like the job that
after
you do.
work.
Right. Well, welcome from that little short break.
Sorry.
That was good. Victor was like passing hard gas.
You well, you noticed that the freaking cameras flipped everywhere because this is the first time, Lorenzo. Hi. You're our first
Yes.
yes.
So we're working.
We're working on it, and we just
lear-
had this epiphany that this is the better
Right.
freaking.
We
Where's my
learn
water?
We want them to
from
like
our mistakes.
right. Oh.
Damn, let's go.
Yes.
To be better in film, we learn from the mistakes
Exactly.
in life.
I love it. Yes.
Exactly. Now I'm coming out much better.
I'm not even like that filmy like camera guy. I know you guys are like more camera and you know all that. I just know what looks good on camera.
Modeling.
But
gotta-
I'm not behind the scene.
Oh, sorry.
I just
You're getting in
I just
Lorenzo's
bought
shot.
these. You chipped my tooth. You chipped my tooth.
It's good. All I was seeing was this on.
Damn,
on
you see anything for the guests.
Look at Lorenzo. This is all I was seeing you.
I know that's why he
Like over here too.
Yeah. Oh no,
Oh,
you're
you
good. You're
should've
good.
just like yeah, I
Fine.
look
You're
good.
good.
Right
You're
there.
good. He was like like this much.
Right there.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're perfect there. That's
That's
perfect.
why,
Thank you.
that's why I was saying up on his forehead.
I know. I'm like, dang, it was all
Dude,
coming out.
the
Can't miss
fucking-
that.
Lorenzo out of nowhere. Nice forehead.
Dude, okay. Damn.
Whoosh, ow.
Wait,
So,
Headbang, headbang.
Michael,
I want to
close it off. What is it? that
Yeah,
you
we
said?
were just wrapping up the question like about like survivalship and like navigating through life and just trying to like figure out, because I was just curious to know like how you self-sustain yourself, right? But you talk about how you have your family support, right? You live
Yes.
with your family, they help you and that sort of stuff. So that's good.
Yes.
Okay, so we're at middle school right now. You're in high school.
Yes.
Please, I want to go into the detail as far as any individual goes. That transition between middle school and high school is almost it's shocking because of the amount of freedom all of a sudden you have. And it's still not a lot of freedom, but you have a substantially more amount of freedom compared to middle school. So the transition for you going from middle school to high school, can you explain that?
Yep. I remember my first day. It was like, oh my god, my old friends, like, oh my god, from high school. And that freshman year, a lot of people that stuck up, trying to like, I was like, wow, just the past summer, you were like, oh, little kid, like the voices, you can tell like people are changing.
Uh-huh.
And it was nice. And we do our mistakes in class. We were troublemakers, skippers, skipping class.
How was your class compared? Like, were you were still in the special education?
Yes, but I was more now like, okay, I was now in the classroom.
Okay.
I still had like some classes that will help you out, but now I had more freedom. I had more do this, to do that. I remember that's how I started. I got into photography
Mm-hmm.
in yearbook
Yearbook, yes.
You started freshman year or later on in
freshman year.
freshman year? Oh, okay. Because I remember we did a little. We were in that class like as an elective for a little bit,
Yes.
right? And I always saw you doing yearbook stuff, but you did it throughout high school.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Now, I
awesome.
remember the first semester. It was like, oh yes, like then I feel awkward because we were only two guys in the whole classroom.
Mm-hmm.
We were like two students, like, male student, and
The rest female.
yes. I like I don't feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I like let me stop, take down the next for next
Yeah.
the second semester. But let me talk to the teacher. Like
So, okay, so you know how I mentioned to you in middle school that I was focused on women? Like, that was my
Yes.
thing because I was going through puberty. Did you go through that in middle school? Or did you go through that in high school? Or did you go through that like earlier or later? Bow, chicka,
You
wow,
had a
wow.
crush. You had a crush. Did you have a crush?
yes,
When did you realize that you're like, oh my god, these
third grade,
Oh,
third, fourth, fifth.
right. Like,
my
cause it's
man.
I was the kind of guy like if I love this girl. Like I remember for Valentine, it was in fifth grade.
Mhm.
I bought a girl like a purse with a lot of kisses,
Uh-huh.
a teddy bear, and I had a crush on her. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh
But-
my god. So in
but-
high school, did you have like one crush like this whole time, or did you have different crushes?
different ones.
Hey, my man.
Lorenzo,
Don't
que
hate
lo
the player,
viera.
hate the game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Woo.
I'm a human being.
Right.
Hey, man's gotta
Right,
play.
that's so
Man's gotta play.
interesting. Wait, so have you ever been in a relationship before?
Oh, that's yeah. Did you ever? Have you ever?
You've broken hearts, huh?
Nope,
You've never been in a relationship?
no.
Okay, so yearbook. I when you mentioned that, I was really interested in why yearbook though.
I wanted like in eighth grade. I used to, like back then we used to have the little commons.
Mhm.
You had to go to the store.
Oh, the Kodaks, right? The one,
Yeah.
or I mean Fujifilm too, right? The
Mhm. Like the
Yeah.
Polaroid ones
Yeah.
also,
I used
or
to
the
ta-
the
I
Polaroid ones,
remember
too.
I used to take pictures here and there. Like I used to make my little niece. She was younger.
Yeah.
Like, Paul, be a model.
Yeah.
Yeah, like- I still have those pictures. Like now, I'm doing it. Like over the years, I'm like, wow, my quote is just play abundant, capture for life. The pictures you can take a lot of pictures, take it out, like have them. It's memories you will have with you forever.
And you've seen that at a young age, and you saw
Yes.
that, and you were like, wow, I want to pursue that.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions so far as high school? What I'm trying to do, I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, I know you're
I-
trying to follow chronological
timeline.
order.
Yeah,
time.
only because I'm trying to understand who you are, man. And
Right.
like, I want to know your middle school, the high school, because those pivotal moments, the meaty greedy, I guess, is like the adulthood. That's when it
Yes.
gets like really like kind of like, and for everyone, that's when we're kind of discovering ourselves, because that's when we go through trials, tribulations, like the real forged in fire shit.
I
That,
love that. So I do have a question, and it because I'm all about like having trials and tribulations and overcoming them. And on the way over here, we were talking about something that you experienced when you were in high school, right? That you were out for 2 months. Can you
Yes.
talk a little bit more about that?
Yes.
And what year was this?
That was on my senior year.
Oh, your senior year.
Yeah, I had a spinal surgery in my spinal, where your spine is.
oh, this is what you guys were talking about in the car.
Yes.
Okay.
I had like my spine is crooked, and when I have fall down like a lot of times in school,
Mm-hmm.
that oh my god, that's why I was telling you they wanted me to move me back to the special ed bus. I was like no, and it took me a while. Like
Okay, they wanted to move you back to the special ed
Yes.
bus in middle school or in high school?
high school.
Let's go for accommodations because
Yes.
of the spinal surgery, right?
Yes.
And before we go into that, the reason you had spinal surgery is it has anything to do with scoliosis?
Yes.
Okay. So
What
it
is
was just
scoliosis?
Well, you can see it's when your body is weaker, or you have the, like in my case, the spine is crooked.
Okay.
Mhm. So over time it was progressing
Yes.
and it was causing that shift in your back.
Yes.
And that's why you had to have the surgery, right?
Yes.
And you had the surgery, and what did the doctors tell you?
Like I might not walk again. I have the chances this and that. You can do surfing. You cannot do like go to the water coaster,
Roller coasters, yeah. Anything where it's
surfing.
like high impact, heavy
Yes.
movement, like
horse riding.
yeah.
Mhm. Wow. And when you found out that news, what did you think?
I told myself like to continue, like if I promise myself if I ever walk again, it was like turn me down, like where I like why am I leaving, like blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I told myself like if I walk again, I will continue, move on, like nothing going to stop me
Right.
in my goals in life.
Was that, how scary and daunting was that for you? Like, was that, oh, like, was that a big deal for you?
Yes.
Was that, how afraid were you, dude? I'm afraid of going to the doctor and getting like an injection.
Yeah, like I remember I was like the 2 months I was out of school. Like yes, I was homeschooled, but I never seen like a teacher or nothing. I was in like the painkillers. Like I was sleeping, I
Mhm.
got skinny and everything. And you can tell like I started to notice some of my friends, like I don't really talk to. Some of the people, classmates, we tell, oh my god, like that. I'm like, wow. Before my surgery, I wasn't allowed to go to school, anything.
Mhm.
I went to my homecoming, my senior night walk, and I went to my homecoming parade and the parade. I didn't miss. The only thing I missed is the dance. I was like, nope.
Yeah, you can't risk that.
When you were talking about your experience, you were talking about how like you started having negative thoughts, right?
Yes.
And it almost made me feel, it reminded me that we are humans. You mentioned
Yes.
we are all humans, right? And even though we look different, we act different, we think differently, like we still have commonalities. And one of those commonalities is that our inner saboteur, our negative thoughts can sometimes get the best of us,
Yes.
right? And like that's like in human nature, we all have our ups and downs.
Yes.
And you were able to pick yourself back up. Did you miss the socialization from when you were out for those 2 months? Like you couldn't wait to get back to high school?
Yes. I'm. You guys know me like since middle school.
Oh, yeah,
I was
you're
the kind of person like, outgoing, talking to
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
I'm
you're a
the-
socialite, man.
Yes, I was the friendly one. Like I need to talk to someone. Like,
When you do that, like the fact that you're outgoing and you're like social and you want to talk to people, do you know why you want to do that, or do you have like any understanding of like what might be a
because
motivation?
I say myself, I don't like to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I know, sometimes you want to be alone. There's some days, but for me, there's some days also you need the connection.
Mm-hmm.
Like COVID, we hit. You cannot hang out. You cannot do this. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Now, speaking to that, the whole alone, during your entire schooling, right? You're talking about elementary, middle school, and high school. Did you ever feel like either society or people in their own way were putting you alone or making you feel alone in a way?
yes.
And would you be able to kind of like, I don't want to get, I mean, I don't want to tear jerk, man, I don't, but would you be able to kind of explain specific, I mean, albeit short, right? But like
Yeah.
incidents as far as how people would
Like
kind of,
growing up, I wanted to learn roller skating. Back then
Mm-hmm.
it was like
oh yeah, it was a big thing.
it wasn't like I had those. I have a roller skates.
Mm-hmm.
No, I never had like I'm the youngest of we are 3,
Mm-hmm.
4. I'm the youngest. I'm the baby of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't like my brother, my sister, they got married, have their own kids and everything. I wanted to learn on my own. Like I remember the kid like whatever. Like I'm like wow. I'm like the neighborhood. I'm like wow. Then my grandparents, my godparents, gave me a bike. Since I started with my bike, I was going here, all my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I met people. In middle school, I was the kind of person like, let me go, like, meet the neighbors, or they play soccer, they play football, or they get together. We assigned to have a little group of people to
Mhm.
hang out with.
You said in middle school, that, you had this instance where this guy told you like, you don't belong here, right?
Yeah.
When I mean, was that like a isolated incident, or would that happen often, or was it just like it happened once in your
It
life?
just one like, I was like, nah, I never hear. Now I'm older, I like, if you don't want me, then
But you don't get mad, right? You don't get like you don't hold that resentment or anything, right?
nah.
That's good. That's good.
Because why am I going to get mad after like people hate me?
Mhm.
If you get hate or someone don't like you, just shake it off,
Mhm.
and move on. Don't listen to the haters because I know
There's
it's
always
tough.
haters.
Mhm.
If you're doing something good, there will always be hate behind
Mhm.
you.
Okay.
Lorenzo, because you were talking about like the riding the bike and the roller skating. Um, were you able ever to roller skate? You did say you got to roller skate,
No.
or you can't. So the reason you weren't able to roller skate is it because of like balance, like because you
Yeah,
struggle with balance? So like scientifically, like
I think I could have learned it,
uh-huh.
but I never like got taught.
Okay.
And then especially with that, like the surgery, I think that kind of made you like kind of off put it, no, to risk.
That was in middle school.
Oh, okay. So okay.
Younger, like when I was younger. So
Would you learn it now?
why not? Like
Yeah.
now, I told myself like
I love that. Yeah.
now I'm a devil. To be honest,
Yes.
why we have to overcome the fear
Mm-hmm.
because my goal and dream is to skydive.
Mm-hmm.
Skydive, Lorenzo, you crazy man. You crazy.
No, because there's thing like if a person of a 90 some can do it,
Shit, I've seen that. Yeah.
and you can do it.
Right.
You are the only one who can stop. The only one who can limit you is yourself.
What is stopping you from skydiving right now?
The money.
Okay, so we'll get a little fundraiser going. We'll get this man skydiving. We'll live stream
I've always wanted to skydive too.
it. No, well then you two go skydive and I'll record it from like
Sure.
far away, okay? But we're gonna get
Body
it.
cam.
Yeah, body cam.
There do some type of like skydiving in SPI, like 45
Yeah.
minutes away. They have like some
Yeah.
But
sort
you
of.
know, you have to pass a class.
Oh, you have to do a
no,
class.
for
Yeah.
real?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
Lorenzo, on the way over here, can we talk about like
Yeah.
driving? And then because I'm wondering like, would you ever like to drive?
Yes.
And
If
how come you? Why don't you drive?
I think it's just like the same thing. I need to get taught how to do it.
Okay.
I had tried to drive. I know I can drive like a golf cart.
Okay.
Like a golf cart, I driven.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you on my channel, I did like a small video. I was driving on my own in a golf course.
Okay. So you have the capability
Yes.
to do it, right? Like you can move your brain, you can drive and all of that. It's just you just haven't been taught to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to find a teacher.
You need to find a teacher to do it. Okay. Interesting.
So-
okay.
High school, right? You getting out, you graduating. What's the first thing on your mind? What is your goals now? What are your motivations?
To go to college.
Did you go?
I went like for a year, like a half.
To where'd you go to the local college here?
Yes.
Okay.
You went to STC,
Yeah.
right? Did I see you there?
Not really.
Man,
I mean, to be honest, I dropped out because I know I didn't in the first year I was like
I
because
did
of-
too, bro. I didn't.
But I've been thinking if I have the chance, I do want to go back.
Maybe, right, in the future. But I've seen what you're doing with the photos and stuff, and I think that's a good kind of like endeavor that you're doing.
Yeah, they told me, why don't you go to a class for it? I like to be for that, for photography, I like to self-taught
Yeah.
because
No, you don't want to go to class. I mean, I'm not trying to shame people who go to class, but you don't need
not
to.
everybody learn their own way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I learned I have some pictures I have took over the years, like wow. I didn't self-taught.
Yeah, dude, it looks professional. I've seen the work. Have you seen his work?
Yeah.
On Facebook, he posts some, and I think he has. I've seen the stuff he shared, especially on those action shots, bro. Those are hard.
Yes.
He's gonna whip it out.
Yeah, I've seen your stuff. I even see what you
Yeah.
do, like watermarks on like some certain photos, right? Because you're protecting your assets, and if people want to
Yeah.
buy them, they can reach out to you, right, and connect
Yes,
with you.
I have. Ever since I started this account just to put memes like that
Mm-hmm.
in my high school year. Now I stopped doing that. I just put a digital creator, photographer, and blogger, and a self-activate.
And you did that, but all on your own.
Yes, I have my YouTube channel, and I post modeling.
Yeah, you have your Instagram account, you have your Facebook, like you're connected, like on all social
He's out.
platforms.
He's out there.
And you do it all yourself, all
Yes.
self-taught.
all by myself.
That's good, bro. That is like freaking awesome. I wanted to ask you, man, because one of the things that me and Michael have talked about is the importance of having people in your life, the importance of having someone else all the time, not being alone, like you mentioned. I'm pretty sure I've seen people like who interact with you, especially online and then in person. They're these kind of like, I guess, supporters that you have as far as like kind of willing to kind of support you throughout your
Yes.
journey.
You met a lot of people online.
Yeah.
Not in a bad like the stalkers or the haters, but I met people like it's a Facebook friend or Instagram friend follower, but to be honest, the biggest supporters out there are the strangers on your social media. Not everything, but like they will help you.
Yeah. They have like encouraging words and stuff.
Yes.
Do you have certain friends that I've seen like that always post and comment on you, kind of like saying wow and hold in there?
Yes.
I've seen some. I don't want to say their names, but I've seen some. Do you think like having people like that in your life is important, or kind of would have made a difference if you didn't? Like as far as that
It's
goes?
important. Like you have like a supporting ground. Like for social media, like to grow your YouTube channel, you need to have followers, like a fan base. It can be your family, your friends, even strangers.
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question to that. So because I have like this conflict with social media and like it being superficial to an extent, and me myself, I'm guilty of that as well too. Do you think it's real though? Like, could you call? Like, do you? There's a difference between having like like an online network, and having like a real life network.
I
Could you call someone, one of those people online, if you really needed something, and would they be there? Like, could you count on them?
not. I don't think so.
I think you have like a good amount of a handful of. I don't want to say names, but I know some of the people.
Let them answer the question.
No, because I've seen people comment on your post, dude, and they're
Right, but okay, you can comment, I can share, I can change my profile picture,
Yeah.
I can share your business page, but if I'm not truly supporting you when you really need to,
Yeah.
is that really a
Yeah,
friend?
like there's like yes, there's some people like yes, I will be there. Oh yes, I will help you out. When you need something, they will just turn their back at you.
Mm,
That's how like it's tricky to know who are they.
hmm
That's why
but you have people that are
Yes.
like there for you, right?
yes.
And like that have supported you and stuff.
So for right now, we want everybody to like and subscribe and share both of our channels online, but also like in real life though, how, okay, because like I understand like, because it's hard because I don't even, do you think it's personal though, or do you think people are just like living their life and they don't?
I think like I think there's like both ways.
Okay.
To be honest, because some people don't try to be their own.
Uh-huh.
Some people like want to help out.
Right. Because I'm like, we do live in a digital age, and like a
Yes.
like or a subscribe could help, someone, because you could help sustain
Yeah.
your
Yes.
platform, right? Like it
sure.
is true in that sense. But then I also think I'm like, we always have an argument because he wants to hear from the people, like, or comment and all of that.
Oh,
and
like feedback, yeah.
The feedback, right?
Yeah.
And I understand all that. And I always say, like, I could care less because. And I know he's not doing it for the people. I'm not doing it for the people. And I do appreciate people who have like feedback for us. But at the end of the day, like I could care less because it's not going to like it's not going to make or break me as a person. I've evolved so much where I don't depend on it as like anymore. But before I would seek like digital, like online
Approval.
validation.
Yeah.
Do you think that you do that at all? Does that make you think like, let me post this and let me see how many likes I get, or let me see how much, like, does that come to mind? Or
Not really. Like sometimes some of my videos like what I was saying like overtake. I don't really like to edit it like that.
Mhm.
I want to do everything fast.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like just feel what you say on the video
Right.
and post it.
One thing that I've
Can
noticed.
I?
No.
Please.
No, hold
It's
on.
to yours.
Hold,
Like to your side.
hold on.
Okay.
Remember, don't forget it.
I never do.
One thing that I noticed about you and your stuff is that you're super authentic. Like you're not bullshit. Like you're just very forward, and like what you see is what you get, kind of thing. Like it's interesting because there's so many people out there that are like very edited,
Fake.
Fake.
Fronted,
Fake.
yeah.
You read my mind.
right? And it's like you don't have a need for that.
And why to be fake? Because at the end of the time, they're going to find out who you are.
Oof. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
That's
a nice one.
Oh, that's so good.
That was good.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, the reason I look for feedback isn't for validation. It's never for validation. I never look for someone's
You
opinion.
need feedback because
You want to grow. You want to be better.
Yes.
That's the thing.
yeah, sometimes I know it's painful,
Yeah.
but we need to learn. Like we need to learn in life.
Mm-hmm.
But I will credit to Michael that it's
Yes.
very important to know what feedback to validate. Not
Right.
all feedback is beneficial. There's some that is trying to hurt you.
Right.
But that's where it's up to you, you know? Who do you
Yes,
think is faker, me or Michael?
I think none. Like to
Okay,
be
bro, I'm
honest,
just it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm just stirring shit up. I'm just stirring
Hey.
shit up, eh?
Yeah. Again, like I don't care.
to be honest, I know you guys since like
Yeah.
middle school. You are the same. Michael
You're
is
a
the same.
fake ass bitch. I thought you were gonna
You're
say
like you're both.
Lorenzo, stop.
He's like, I think both
No.
of you.
To be honest, like I can be the straight up
Mhm.
person. And
Say it, bro.
I can be the most honest.
Mm-hmm.
What I was saying earlier,
Mm-hmm.
but like to mix around, like at the same time, you need to be honest, like to each other
Mm-hmm.
to learn.
Right.
Why you want to have a fake supporter?
Mm-hmm.
Like yes, like don't do that. Like
Yeah, don't make this fake facade of
yeah,
something
at the
that's
end they're going to be. I just told you like it's so fine.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
If you do it, they'll be like they'll give you like hit you at the end. Like why you doing this? Why you doing that?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like you told me to do it.
See, I mean, they're digging their own hole.
Yes.
They're digging their own hole, and I've seen that. I've seen that firsthand. But I mean, we've had this discussion. We've had okay, who is it? Is it the people? Is it the person who's being fake, or the people who are encouraging them to be fake? And I think it's both. It's them. You know?
Yeah. Some people like you say something there, some will pass, some will get stuck.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking like because we're almost done. I wanted to specifically ask him the question about your recent post about mental health. Like the specific reason was like what made you wanna? Because I've seen like okay, there's month things that happen, right? Special
Yes.
month, like. Is there a specific reason you? Because I felt you like really like emotional there, bro. When I saw you on that video, that felt really like from the heart, dude.
Because like yes, like I'm fighting, like I wasn't diagnosed or anything, but like there's moments like you want to give up. There's dream like I'm doing this again. Sometimes you feel stuck, and I like sometimes it's better to speak about it or you could like say out there. So maybe like it's better to say it out loud than trying to hold it in.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of people pass away from mental health
Mm-hmm.
for suicide or different things, and I don't like yeah like when I was growing up like yes I was sad. There's moments like try just to give up. Who is there for me? Like no one. Like now I got older and like why why do I hide it? Maybe someone can help me. I can help others
Mm-hmm.
like
Absolutely.
myself. Like for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a personal question, and you don't have to answer it. But have you ever gone to therapy?
No.
No. The reason I ask is because again, you're sharing stories that I can relate to. Like I felt that way before too. Like I have felt, sometimes like things get really hard,
Yes.
right? And we were discussing this the other day about how I've had hardships, he's had hardships, you have hardships, and how do we deal with them, right? How do
Yes.
we learn to deal with them? Because you mentioned that it's one of the reasons you wanted to go back to a high school reunion was because you want to see everybody, because not everybody has made it. People have passed away
Yes.
because of different situations, and it almost feels like you just want to celebrate like every day because you like lived yet another day.
Yeah. They get
I wanted to say, when you go through hardships, what I try to do is, like I said, the first thing I do is just communicate with people. That's the first thing I do.
yes.
And I've realized that a long time ago is that if you isolate yourself, you will hurt yourself really bad. Just today, like I told you earlier, like my landlord was raising rent like by $350 or however much, right? It doesn't look like a lot on paper when someone says, "Oh, they're raising rent." But people are going through different things,
Yes.
and for me, that might have been. And I could tell you, like it's. I'm already stressed as it is when it comes to like business, and I have a young one, and so this kind of adding extra weight, whether it's a lot to someone or a little bit to someone, was a lot for me in this particular
I
circumstance.
never understand why we call it a land of the free, but we have to pay.
I know, right? Oh, man, capitalism and all that stuff, dude. But so the reason why I was mentioning that was because specifically the first thing I did was call my sister. And the second thing I did was call my mom and just telling them, like, just simply telling them
Mhm.
what I'm going through took a lot off my mind.
Yeah.
And they didn't even do anything. It's not like they're saying, hey, I'll help you out or do something. Nothing. It's just me telling them.
Mm.
The fact
Me
that
too.
I know that they know now
Mhm.
what I'm going through is a huge amount of weight off me.
Yeah. And they might know, like, when that's why you get more busier.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, it's just about communication.
Yeah.
Everything is communication. You're going through a hardship. You have this mental health issue. You're going through these kind of, like, I know it sounds stupid, but like, I'm sad today. I'm extra sad today. I'm extra
Mhm.
sad now. You need to tell someone. You need to just, even if it's just consultation, it's not about trying to find a
Yeah.
solution.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's what I was talking about therapy, because I think in our culture sometimes like we don't want to go to a professional to like discuss our problems. But I think that the bigger issue too, or one of the issues as well, is like financial resources. Like
Yes.
sometimes we can't afford this type of resource,
Yeah.
and we're being affected by it so much. It's like that should be a more accessible resource to people,
Yes.
because mental health is a real issue.
Yes.
And just going a little back to your point about communicating with other people, it's like I think sometimes you're dealing with something hard, and you have that one person you can call, right? Or you have a few people you can call to like discuss that. And again, it's not always about coming with the solution. It's just more like the burden you might have and like offloading it.
Just knowing that someone's sharing that thought and you're not kind of like trapped in something where you're even, it's like embarrassing, you know, like you're like, fuck, I can't even, or I'm potentially considering how, I mean, you've seen people spend millions and millions of dollars every day, and a $350 increase is killing you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
shit like that is affecting how you're going to think about it. It's embarrassing. People don't want to talk about it, but you have to, because you're trapping yourself.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Will you stop everything, working, like jobs and everything, to have a better life, better mental health? Or
If that meant having a better mindset, yes. If I had to, yes. The good thing about my specific circumstances, my children are my
Yes.
mental health, like, thankfully. So that's keeping me
the energy to put you to work
to keep me
harder.
going. Yeah, because it's not about me. It's never
No.
gonna be about me. So I think about that when that happened. You know, the landlord's putting up that rent.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, like it hurts. Like it's like, fuck. I'm okay. It's scary because I'm not planning it the way they do it. So like without even considering whether
Yeah.
it's okay with you quickly. Like
Yeah.
however, and
The
I'm
only-
like, it hurts. But then I see my kids and I'm like, you know what? But I'm gonna figure something out because it's not for me. It's for them.
Yes. That's a great.
Okay, so follow-up question: how do you deal with that? Like, other than expressing it and like recording yourself, is there anything else that you do to help you cope with stress? Or
Painting, drawing.
so you're a really creative person, huh?
Yes.
That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
I was like, that's kind of cool. I mean, it makes sense because you're photography, and I think that you have to have an eye for photography. I don't think, I mean, I'm sure you can develop it over time, but
Yes.
you also like,
You need to capture, like, some of the pictures I took is random. Like I captured them, then I looking. To like, I never try. Hey, my bad.
No, you're good.
Like, let me get a comma. Let me take a picture.
Uh-huh.
It's random because sometimes the kids of the person don't want to be in comma. That's why I try to catch them off guard.
mm-hmm.
Those are the best pictures I have gone.
yeah, that makes sense. More it's natural when you're being in your natural state, right?
Yes.
Versus being
Organically, you know, kind
Right.
of like arose. For sure. That's beautiful.
Dude, as we start like wrapping up, as we're coming to like a close, I just want to say though, like, you being here has been like so eye-opening, because I've seen you from afar, and I do remember you like in passing in middle school, and you, I feel like, though, I don't know if you would recognize this, but like there's always been like a light on you. Like you've always had like a spotlight because of the way you communicate it with people. Like I've always just admired your guts,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Like-
your charisma.
your charisma, because you're like that guy, and everybody knows Lorenzo, and
Along the year, like
you.
I have people reach out, or even I go to like even my family, like we go to like to HB
Uh-huh.
or to like a store. Like you see people, hey Lorenzo, oh how you doing? Hug, like
Okay, local celebrity.
Yeah.
Love
I was
it.
like, they know me like
Yeah.
oh, even my nephew like, how you know, even like even my nephews, how you know my teacher.
Uh-huh.
We went to school together.
Yeah.
Now that time I like, and
That is no,
we're
you
getting
are
older. Like
we have a lot of mutual friends. So I see
yes,
the social media and people leaving comments and all of that sort of stuff too.
even
So
pictures like I few years ago I went to like a performance.
mm-hmm,
They had like a pepper rally at the school
mm-hmm.
for cheerleading. I'm still doing cheerleading.
Okay.
Oh, you still doing
alumni.
cheerleading?
Yes,
Dude, oh,
it's
that's
a
so cool.
it's we are like a group for people with this kids and young adults with
Mhm.
special needs.
Yeah.
And I'm the oldest, one of the oldest. And I saw
Almost 30, bro. We're almost
I know.
30.
that there is coming so soon.
I know, right?
And we saw, I forgot her name. I don't- For her privacy,
Mhm,
she
right.
said,
Yeah,
she
for
just,
sure.
she just, she was a teacher then. She just told me, oh my God, we went to school together. Like,
Mhm.
like wow. Like years passed by and I'm like, wow.
Lorenzo, the other thing too is that you've like gone outside your bubble though. Like you're not just like in the Mission Palmview area.
Yeah,
Like
no.
you've expanded your network. Like
He's in Edinburgh now, man.
Yes.
how? Okay, because we were talking about some of your peers that you know, but how do you like continue to like break these barriers and
I just like meet people like you do this, you do like photography helped me a lot.
Mhm.
In one of the reasons. Like volunteering, like for cheerleading, like we met like go here, we go that. I have met a lot of people, not only in my community, even famous people.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
I even met the actor from Breaking Bad,
Who? What's his name?
the son,
Oh, yes. What's his? Oh, I forgot his
AJ.
name.
No,
Yes, yeah. No.
Mitch
The guy,
with the countries.
yeah, yeah. I forgot his name. That guy's a good actor.
Yes,
That is
he was
very
here
good actor.
for South Texas Comic Con
No way. How long ago?
like last week. 2
last
weeks.
week, right? They had the thing,
God.
that event. Oh yeah, he was here. They did say that the guy. I've never watched Breaking Bad,
You
so.
know
He
him.
never watched Breaking
But I know the
Bad.
characters because I saw
Let's
like
go
the
into
first
that.
few episodes. Yeah.
Same here. I haven't watched it. At all.
What?
Me, I tried my best.
We're busy. We have
No.
live. We're hustling.
You guys-
I tried to
Done.
watch it. Like I have time. I want to watch
You
it.
need to
Yeah.
watch it.
But like I like some like there's moments and like
Yeah, I know
like,
what you mean. Michael's in
I
the
tried
same
to watch
spot.
also Star Wars.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So like the older ones, right?
Yes.
Michael has an issue because of the way the old camera looks, and it's like it looks kind of like ugh.
Ever
Is it
since-
that? Is it that?
I don't know. I tried to think like what they saying like
Oh, okay.
I heard like I know why like Breaking Bad or the Star Wars.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, everybody, I'm like, are you really? We need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's very complicated.
It's
Um,
like there's like long like series though too. They have a
Yeah.
lot, but
It's just a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot. I wanted. Okay, so now that we are wrapping up. Do you? Okay, two things. Do you have anything to say, like to the community, to like
So I wanted to say, never give up, follow your dreams. Even the darkness time, there's a light of hope. Remember to reach out to anyone who need help or you need help. Reach out to someone in trust.
yeah, ultimately like just don't give up.
Yep. Never
Talk.
give up.
talk. Don't stay quiet. Talk.
Yes.
And it's not gonna work the first time you talk. You keep talking. You keep
Yes.
looking.
Someone will listen to you.
Yes.
No matter what.
I love that. Hold on.
No, go first. Sorry.
So you were talking about like reaching out, right? And I think that we had been discussing like who should we have on the episode, who should be like our guest, and we had been already in communication, right? And then you shared your video, and then we're like, oh my god, like this is so good, like we just need to have you on, and it's just crazy how like how social media has changed, right? And how it's like I have a conflict with it because I feel like it could be a little toxic, but it could also be really beneficial. But we
Yeah.
were talking about how we stay
We
connected.
there can be toxic, but we can do untoxic stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a nice one here. Like a
Ooh.
hammer can build a house or destroy one. So,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
It's gonna be on a
okay.
shirt. You know
Nice.
what I'm saying? So use it.
Merch.
It's a
Merch.
tool. Use the tool how you want to use the
Commission.
tool. Okay. I also wanted to know, what do you think about what we're doing here, man? What do you think? What are your inputs? What do you think about the equipment, Michael's
Have
hair?
you been watching our
shirt?
episodes? Have you watched one of our
Michael's
episodes?
forehead.
Yes,
I'm
I
playing,
do.
I'm joking.
You do? What do you think? Or like in general about it?
Because like you guys doing like something part of work, you're doing like for yourself. Just like I know you guys have a friendship since a long time ago,
Yeah.
and that's a way like hey, from friendship like do something fun,
Mm.
and you can make money of it.
For sure. What do you think about our what do you call the word
Your gear,
our chemistry?
perfect. I know you, you
Do
guys. You're the count of the cat,
Do you feel comfortable here with us?
dude. It make me feel bad. Go back to high school.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
I know.
even
right?
in middle
That's
school.
good.
It's
Oh,
like
that's
a time
awesome.
capsule, bro.
People were saying that in the comments, like it felt like it was like a nostalgic because
Yeah.
we were able to reminisce
It
and,
makes
and
me
come
so
back to it.
sad though too, because I'm like I'm almost 30, and it's like it's a
You have white hairs.
Anyway, so I mean that was good, man. That was perfect. I thought that was good. I take it out now. You want to take it out?
Yeah, I mean, I know we have to like already wrap it up.
I know we can go on for a long
No,
time.
but this is so good. I'm so happy that you're here. My last thing that I want to say to you is that I'm like so proud of you. I'm
Thank you.
so proud because of your journey. I am so glad. For one of the reasons I will throw a shout out to social media is that we've been able to stay connected.
Yes,
I've been able to see your journey, and it's so impeccable, so incredible, so inspiring.
it's beautiful, man.
And just being able to reconnect with you
Yes.
like a decade later, 10 years, 11
Yes.
years later, how much you've grown, dude. Like I've learned so much today from you, especially your self-awareness and just knowing like your surroundings. Like you're aware. You know
You're
what's
on
going
it, bro.
on. I like to appreciate that so much. Like you were saying things because I'm a my nature and background is in communication, and I'm obsessed with that. And the way that you handle yourself here and on social media and in real life is incredible to me.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of you
Thank
too.
you.
You're like you've
Yeah, I'm excited to see like what you keep doing.
yeah, bro. And we'll have you back on if in the
Sure.
future you're down. Whatever's on your mind, you want to talk about, dude. Just drop us a DM, bro. We're
Sure.
open. We're open for you,
Will
dude.
do.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the podcast, Victor.
I think I should exit
Go ahead.
because you brought us in. Thank you guys for tuning in again this week. It's been a pleasure. Lorenzo, Michael, as always. Lorenzo, next time we'll see you on the podcast. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Oh, and I almost forgot about Lorenzo's Facebook and Instagram, which will be in the here also.
And YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube also, and I'll have his information like close to his face. So like, do the thing.
Okay, shout out
Let's
to the
go
collab.
Okay, follow us all. Drop a subscribe. Do the thing. Make sure to give us some feedback or don't. Whatever you guys want to do. Anyway, thanks for coming.
And thank you for watching. Woo!